Nice kill on the Ruxic, sure, but this decent kill. This one! Get out of here!
I wouldn't even think to shoot at that part of the wall. Dear Lord.
This week, which considering Apex's performance last week on it, not a total surprise, and Apex coming in with that fracture ban again. Hero of Rays! Sorry. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here.
Banned.
Apex using those pistols, the numbers to their advantage. They've already managed to overrun the site.
Spike planted.
20 HP left on Hero and some support coming in from Angel, but these are opportunities that Apex are keen to capitalize on. Na'Vi, they won the pistol by a narrow margin, but by a fairly wide one. They seem to be losing the follow-up, and you know there's been some recovered weapons. We can see it's Florescent with a Vandal, and yeah, that goes exactly as you'd expect. On the side of Na'Vi for now. See if they found the solution, and well, that is not how you want that one to start. Koala Noob put to bed immediately, and they're left
with already gone.
Nothing. Yeah, indeed, that was their operator. Now you're left with the scraps. If it is, they've got that safety net to fall back on, and it's only Na'Vi who are falling at the moment. 4v2.
Last player standing.
Expectation slim to none. Maybe a bit of a confidence boost for Ruxic if he can get on the board, but he cannot. And well, doing well to just collect those ultimate orbs, but more importantly, just farm up these plays. And this is the thing, again, I'm talking about adaptability. This team being able to sort of change what they're doing.
Standout player for Apex in so many of these moments, and you talk about clutches. He is someone that's going to win his and shut yours down. A chance for Na'Vi that's slowly fading away. They seem to have seized the day in this round, but instead, it was falling back into Apex's hands. Now it's Evolva who has to make good on his promise, and he will not find the clutch this time.
That double that came through from Hero at the beginning, like the timing couldn't be any better. Your opponent has a stun out, but then the biggest is Xiao. Like having a read that Florescent was still on the other side of that Cosmic Divide perfectly. We've seen Ruxic TP to the other side of the map. Showstopper is going to be popped though. It's an attempt to try and dance out of there for Hero, but although he goes down
themselves, and of course with the rolling thunder on C, you expect that they're committing. Batu's being caught. Na'Vi on the slow walk, the train arriving on the A site, and Apex in trouble. Armageddon put into play. It forces Ruxic forward. Angel goes back. They're not on the same page, and they'll pay the price for it with inefficient trades. The salvos were there as well, just to make it turn from bad to worse, keeping them on the other side of the smoke. of Ova with another, but he's still got two more to pick up. They're dancing through that smoke. of Ova takes Koala Noob.
Nonetheless, yeah, going into it with 5 defensive rounds, I think they'll take that one. Nonetheless, we're going to have to wait and see what they can pull off going into that second half.
Already retaking control towards the broken door. If Xiao can creep up, I think he'll be a little late though. Apex moving somewhat quicker than their opponents might expect them back into this retake.
Is they've got like a double lurk, an aggressive play. Hero ends up taking out his IGL, removing him from position, but it's fine. Ends up trading out those remaining spots, and so they use that Nightfall in towards their opponent's spawn, and that's where they end up finding the value. Sure, might look a little bit silly, but I think again it's just Angel trying to be as disruptive as possible and give his teammates.
Onto Florescent, not with an operator either, so those headshots might be necessary as they cross out, and it's a clean opener.
Towards Over, this could be perfect. Has that paranoia, immediate usage of the utility, and gonna try and go for the knife. Doesn't quite manage to get that pick though. Still standing as Ruxic, trying to dance within the smoke, so will not survive. But I appreciate the support. Governor gives to his teammate Florescent again. Maybe a little bit unlucky not to get to the re-swing. Definitely feeling confident in her ability. Well, maybe a little bit too confident. Even still, though, Hero lost. Xiao trades. They're taking their time. Cosmic Divide utilized once again just to make sure they can get safely into that post. Oh, maybe not.
Again. Yeah, it is. It's not fantastic as the strategy goes, but this is the Brimstone main that's known for just the same kind of play. Ruxic is in a smoke. They haven't seen him, but they are shredding him. The knife attempt again. This time it's Batu, and it's the utility to claim the kill. Ruxic last alive, and the spams give him away. A clean response from Apex. 13-10. This was their opponent's map pick, and they came in looking strong.
Floor being on the knee on the other side, this double Sandy Billy could be a very strong thing for Na'Vi.
It seems like they Gonna be wrapping right back into Hero's cross. Even still though, Badger's gonna win that fight and gets the second onto Koala. Two players waiting and watching for the young Turkish player. Xiao with another. Back on the server. Well, he needs to ace the pistol and he is not going to. It's Batu.
But for Governor, he still has quite a number of players coming towards him, and a reveal right behind him. Got a nice little angle there. They don't have any idea. It's free for the first. The planter in danger. They have to step in. The stun is perfect. Governor waiting him if he peeks to attempt the spam through the smoke to deny the defuse. There's no chance.
Be already going to be using those thorns, but left Koala at the back of the site, not able to quite deal with Florescent, but down to just 8 HP. Those thorns are going to be deadly. Rifle retrieved as they now look to try and get onto that defusal. Hero, though, up close, is acting as the bodyguard. Finally put down by Florescent, but that should be the damage done. It's a bit shaky from Ruxic, but the bigger problem is that time is ticking, and while with Florescent only on 8.
Taking shape in front of our eyes. This is what you want to see from a squad who, against foundations, not looking good to build upon. This man lit up heavy. I think he was down on 3 HP going in for that third fight. Still manages to connect it. Great reaction from Ruxic as well.
It's been invested, but Hero is in for a nasty surprise. Only having a pistol means that he has been slaughtered, and they can get into a close range post plant. If they can get into the post plant, they may not even need it. Koala only going to get one with a rifle.
They don't know Angel's here. He's caught a lot of them reloading, but Malzy corrects in time. And the smoke couldn't have been timed better. This is an opportunity that they are not going to take very lightly.
But that's the thing, the whole point of that purchase from Na'Vi is you come up against a few pistols, a light buy, people take some individual fights, you have the advantage with the rifles. Only in map number 2 that we have seen a pistol victory.
I'm out of here.
Quickly responded on with the second round win. Florescent will check corner, not the prettiest, but the job is done anyway. One away.
With the rest of the squad falling. They'll go down to the spike. Na'Vi, they stay on 9 as Apex close in the distance. And like you said, Tom, this is the second time in this series already that we've seen that. The pistol win and the follow-up immediately. It's the second time we've seen it happen to Na'Vi as well. That's the worrying thing. All the bait here for Xiao. Oh, goodness. Beautiful opening, but Ruxic being here isn't accounted for. 2 shots and both connect onto the head. Apex, they try to make it work here with these weapons. They had a real chance at least to do damage, but an in-zone flawless.
Highlight package to him back on the server, and while Florescent has just taken that opener, but doesn't expect the 1-2 punch. In fact, you can see Ruxic's plan is to wait a little bit longer.
No late flank possible from this squad. Hunter's Fury. It's fired blindly. It's not finding the impact, but Angel and Koala certainly are. Back to a 3, in fact a 2 versus 2 with big
30 seconds left.
Gonna witness that plant coming in. The rest of the team still a little bit unaware. Good position from Xiao, though. Should be the... That's now the second time in this round that Koala probably doesn't realize he's walking into a 2-man trap. Who would expect multiple players around this corner? He's predicted the first, but yeah, Governor is eventually...
Position, he can play wherever he wants. Just to be a thorn in the side, has the ultimate to TP if needed. And that is a big pickup a couple times now.
Over, and it's a very small world where clear would have been the exact position. But this is the problem. And when we saw Florescent on the other side getting aggressive, it was very much
in time, thankfully. Back he goes. Paranoia not ready, not online. They have to just swing right into these angles. Going well to start with, but then they run into Florescent.
Completely alone, but just completely avoiding things. And now Hero's in a prime position. It's not pretty though. It might be one of the biggest wins we've ever seen. And Florescent is going to eliminate the rest. Oh, that is such a rough spot for Hero. Like that round.
That's
to copy your flow. Or hypes maybe.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, he's gonna come here, Tom. If we keep this up, he's gonna arrive.
Mitch actually told me to say that.
I did not. Again, moving towards this C site. Angel in the crossover denies the TP that no doubt would have been stuck. No an Apex, no an Avova. Hero, well, he's been stunned up now on the back of the site, but the cover from Koala comes in clutch. Hero making up for the previous round, and well, map 3 incoming. We're going all the way to split as Na'Vi barely take victory here on Apex. Map pick a much better face.
Agent select, we're not going to get any changes on either side. And do you stand by that, Mini? You still don't like this Na'Vi comp?
That side. It does seem like their opponents were setting up for the retake, attempting and succeeding on a very aggressive response. Ruxic will manage to stem the bleeding a little bit, and in fact, extend things. I don't know if they're going to expect Avova at the back of this site, though. Oh, it's checked, but not quite able to find that damage. Ruxic's doing absolutely everything. Back into the 1v1, facing off against Governor.
Walls. This one's a bit more conventional, and as soon as I don't think Ruxic needs to be here, but I guess he really likes the Omen ulti. Looking to farm them up. It's a huge risk. I mean, if he goes down here, the rifle is theirs for the taking. Okay. Luckily, that's another 4K from Ruxic. Back, Astra in an unusual position, staying aggressive underneath the boxes. They've got players on side ready for the fight, and Xiao tearing them a new one. And there's a lot of presence from Apex, especially with this ult coming through. That's confirming that the hit is on its way. They know about Avova. The TP coming out of the ult up top's being heard. Avova and Batu dealt with. They're ready for florescent to be around here. Even still, what was that?
10 seconds left.
I can't believe I just saw that. You got replay that.
Even go near a wall that Florescent is looking at, because you might just fall. Gun barrel spotted. A fourth kill already for Florescent, and she will take over this round.
Oh my. Nice kill on the Ruxic, sure, but this decent kill. This one. Get out of here.
I wouldn't even think to shoot at that part of the wall. Dear Lord.
Blowing the wind out of my sails. I feel like I need a minute.
It's easy to forget that they're currently 4-1 down. Florescent has danced out of the way of that showstopper. Angel was patiently waiting for some aggression, and while Avova's doing fantastic work on the site, trading things out at backline. Again, it's actually going to be utilized, but it doesn't connect onto Hero at all. In fact, he's able to basically just sidestep the ult base. And the Apex players in the meantime have grouped up, but it doesn't matter. Look at that Nightfall, and it seems like they are going to set up that Rolling Thunder. They want to try and play for this round, and the timing of Floor is excellent. The aim not quite as clean as usual, but eventually she will get the job. Has met Batu, showstopper. There's a lot of players around here, and the flash is good, but he just predicts where Batu's going to be. It's been a bit of a cursed game for the Viper player. Avova needs to win this battle, and it's a bit shaky, but the job is done. Molzy in combination. The Judge looking to get up in the face as his headshots, but barely any bullets, any of the shells connecting. But the time is ticking. 14 seconds, trying to bait them in. Try to give that little bit of extra space. Koala wants to take that fight, and I think there may be at least one more. Out of time. 20 seconds left on the clock for them to try and make a move into this site. This is starting to get a little bit shaky, but Xiao being cleared with ease, and Angel needs to get something done. It will be the double up. Now left onto Molzy. Just 8 HP, and you can see Angel almost just running it down.
We'll put 3 players there. We'll react aggressively and take that fight right to them, but that's what Florescent does best. Eliminating Angel, and the stun will get them up into heaven.
Not seen Xiao. Xiao is the one underlying factor that they have completely negated. Already one to his name, still at the back of this site, looking for a little more. Will get isolated, but the time that was bought was enough. That was the spike on the deck. Koala with a huge triple of his own. Vice set up. Xiao as well with some utility of his own. He's been playing off angles the entirety of this game. Florescent is going to attempt to try and bait this one out, but with nothing else being spotted, this could be a problem.
Even Rolling Thunder, look at the response. They've put up the vines and then have Xiao playing inside the smoke. It's a nasty spot. Ruxic on the backside, 14 seconds. The plant very much needed, and they throw themselves at Ruxic. He throws them in the trash. 13-6, a dominant conclusion to this series. Na'Vi came in looking shaky, but they go outstanding tall.